Mixed injury news today as Bukayo Saka took part in training before the squad flew to Italy, but Martin Ødegaard didn't. Let's go and speak to our reporter Gary Cotterill, who's in Bergamo for us. Gary, very good evening. What a week for Arsenal. North London derby last weekend, midweek Champions League, and the end of the week, they go to the Etihad to play the champions. How does Arteta go about tomorrow's game then?
It's some schedule, that, isn't it? Listen, people are talking about, they've only got 72 hours between playing in the Champions League away from home and playing Manchester City away from home, and all that, of course, off the back of playing in the North London derby away from home. But actually, if you look at the schedule, if you look at the logistics, by the time they've played here, done the post-match media duties, got on a coach, got on a plane, flown to England, got home, there'll be about 60 hours more like between then and them having to arrive at the Etihad Stadium. Meanwhile, Manchester City playing 24 hours earlier in the Champions League and at home. So, yeah, it is a dilemma for Mikel Arteta, and I think we could debate all evening who he might rest in terms of important players, but some suggestions perhaps Jurriën Timber, been so good for Arsenal, played the whole of the North London derby, injury devastated start to his Arsenal career. They've got to be careful with him. We saw Calafiori, didn't we, training today, looking good in training today as well. He's had a minor injury setback, but Mikel Arteta believes he is able to start this match, and potentially he could do. I think Declan Rice, of course, who wasn't involved in the North London derby, will start. Potentially Jorginho keeping his place there in midfield, because when the two start together, and they did 15 times last season. It normally goes well for Arsenal. Victories when they've started together last season against Manchester City, Liverpool, Newcastle, Sevilla. But if not, then Partey playing tomorrow night and Jorginho playing on Sunday. And Saka, Bukayo Saka, who you quite rightly said was in training today, has recovered from that what looked like quite bad cramp, bringing him off in the North London derby. Will he be rested? Because so much on his shoulders. He's so important. Will he be arrested ahead of Sunday? That, frankly, is one of the reasons Raheem Sterling was brought in to help out in that area of the pitch. So I expect Raheem Sterling to start, whether or not it's for Saka or Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus to start up front because of his Champions League pedigree.
Gary, you mentioned Thomas Partey in that. You know I like to party poop, so lots of positivity about Arsenal at the moment, but they haven't won a trophy for 4 years, over 4 years. Are they genuine Champions League challengers?
Well, they'd like to think they are. I think a lot of the pundits think they're in there with a chance. Obviously, Mikel Arteta, with that big new contract, needs to start winning major trophies. An FA Cup, of course, in his back pocket, a Community Shield, but major trophies is what they want, and the Champions League is certainly on their agenda. It's on paper, the draw has been pretty kind to them comparatively. Obviously, the new setup means that they play 8 games. Their toughest opponent is PSG, but they've got them at home, not away. They've got Inter Milan away from home. That's probably their hardest away day. But this will be no easy matter coming here. Atalanta, not the side they were so far this season, last season. But, of course, they won the Europa League last season, beating Liverpool at Anfield, remember, 3-0 on the way. So they'll be wanting to prevent an embarrassment like that tonight, Will Arsenal. It's a tight little ground as well, 25,000 in here, very, very loud, very, very partisan, but I think Arsenal should have enough to cope. They're going to need to if they really want to have any chance at all of going on and winning the trophy.